Alrighty guys, we're back for Boros Humans, and this is a Duskmourn standard brew, and I'm Red Cat. Let's briefly go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked. We got some survivors in here, like all 4 veteran survivors. It's a 1 mana, 2/1 human survivor, and it has survival. At the beginning of your second main phase, if veteran survivor is tapped, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. So that could come in handy, but then also, as long as there are 3 or more cards exiled with veteran survivor, it gets +3/+3 and has hexproof. Okay, that's going to take some time to actually pick up 3 cards, but not going to be completely unheard of, right? And we have other front end value humans here, like all 4 Recruitment Officer, 1 mana, 2/1. That's all it needs. But then also that ability actually really comes in handy. Same thing with Warden of the Inner Sky. It's a 1 mana, 1/2, where its ability really comes in handy. Tap 3 untapped artifacts and or creatures you control. You put a +1/+1 counter on Warden of the Inner Sky, and never underestimate the power of Scry 1. You also get to do that and then activate only as a sorcery, of course. Now, if it has 3 or more counters on it, it has flying and vigilance. It's noteworthy that it says 3 or more counters. It doesn't say like +1/+1 counters. That should also pair well with Reluctant Role Model too. A 2 mana, 2/2 human survivor with survival. At the beginning of your second main phase, if Reluctant Role Model is tapped, you put a flying, lifelink, or +1/+1 counter on it. Now, if Reluctant, or whenever Reluctant Role Model or another creature you control dies, if it had counters on it, you put those counters on up to 1 target creature. That sounds cool. You could drop them onto the Warden. Okay. Now, what's neat about all these survival cards, of course, is you can easily tap them down for the Warden ability or Convoke abilities. We got a couple top-end Knight-Errant of Eos, a very powerful human, huh? But then also pairing well with the Reluctant Role Model, we got a couple Jolly Balloon Man. 3 mana, 1/4 with haste. It is a legendary creature. You can pay 1, tap it, create a token that's a copy of another target creature you control, except it's a 1/1. Red balloon creature in addition to its other colors and types, and it has flying and haste. Now you sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step, activate only as a sorcery. And what's neat is if you copy something like Reluctant Role Model, swing in the air with that, with the copy, it'll activate the survival during your second main phase. You get flying, lifelink, or +1/+1 counter, and then Jolly Balloon Man, of course, you have to sacrifice that token, and then you get to place those extra counters onto one of your other creatures. So that seems like a really cool pairing. Of course, in humans, we have 4 Coppercoat Vanguards, very powerful human that boosts our other humans, and then Ward 1 always comes in handy. We got 4 Resolute Reinforcements. It's always noteworthy that the token that you get from Reinforcements is just a soldier. It's not a human. We got a couple Charming Scoundrels. The ETB on this is going to be pretty great with cards like Jolly Balloon Man. Oh, ETB on Resolute Reinforcements, of course, going to be great with Jolly Balloon Man. And then also Coppercoat Vanguard, copying that. Should also work really well with Jolly Balloon Man. Some removal packed in. We actually are opting for 2 Lightning Helix because life gain is awesome, but then I also just wanted an extra way to burn the last couple points of the opponent's life total away. Also rocking a Get Lost. Nice. More humans packed in. Would you believe it? We got a couple Goddric, actually. I think this is going to be awesome in here. The celebration should be super easy to activate with pretty much everything in here, including Jolly Balloon Man. Okay, there's a couple Imodane's Recruiter as well, because I think the deck list knows how to go wide well enough, but then also it's not going to be unheard of to actually just train the troops to grab a couple of Knights for 5 mana. All right, the mana base. We got a 3-tree city. I really do believe we can actually have that many humans on the board at any given time, and this could be some pretty decent ramp and just dump your entire hand onto the board. 3 Cavern of Souls, call humans. We got 3 Restless Bivouacs. Okay, we got 4 Inspiring Vantage and a Battlefield Forge. Now, the Restless Bivouac is in here because I think that this is the type of deck list that gets absolutely obliterated by board wipes. However, I think it'll be really easy to push a massive amount of damage through by turn 4 or 3, between 3 and 4, right? And then you just need a couple more points and the opponent drops a Sunfall because they went first for some reason. You just power up Bivouac, push through that way. It's the same concept as Lightning Helix, right? The opponent drops the Sunfall right on time, but you just have a couple more points of damage to get through. So Lightning Helix. Okay, the honorable mentions, guys. Case of the Gateway Express almost made the cut, and then Geological Appraiser is actually a pretty darn good human that would pair really nicely with everything in here, so. All right, hey, is that everything? Nice. I do idea it is to save the more in-depth discussion for the end of the video, so look forward to that. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take this into some ranked and see how we do. All right, we'll see if we can get right into that first game. In the meantime, what am I expecting from the build? A little bit, bro. I think it's going to be excellent, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, no red source. We should mulligan, unfortunately. And the opponent goes first, too. Outside of that, if we had a red source in hand, I would totally keep this easily. Right, turn 1 Survivor, turn 2 Scoundrel. You could even grab a treasure token if you're worried about the double red on Goddric, too. Or worried about not seeing more mana or something. So we'll drop the mulligan, but first of all, we'll go ahead and pause the video until the opponent shows up. Okay, the opponent has arrived. Here's the mulligan. I think we keep this. And we could probably drop one of the bivouacs. I think we'll easily find more mana, and we don't need the third one in hand right now. That mulligan was so worth it, guys. This is much, much better. Yeah, actually seeing the dual lands is essential. Honestly, guys, I think it's going to be a turn 1 over a guaranteed turn 2. Right? Vantage, get Warden down. Maybe we see an untapped source for reinforcements. A pretty good lineup there. Mountain. Heartfire Hero. Oh dear, there is an untapped source too. So yeah, we'll wait on the bivouac for sure. Now the question is it Survivor or Warden? It's probably Warden, right? I think that's fine. So mountain reinforcements, tap everything down. It's pretty slow against a Heartfire Hero build. We might have to change our course of action here. With Spear, I don't want to block. I'm not gonna. It's really hard to block mono red, first of all. And I'm glad I didn't. But also we're taking a ton of damage, so down to 15. Jolly Balloon Man. Right. Maybe well, I don't know if I wanted to take the turn to set up the bivouac now that we saw a 3-drop. I think it's still pretty good just to go reinforcements. Get the scry and hope that we don't die next turn, right? I think that's fine. This is activate only as a sorcery, unfortunately, so we can't do any fancy blocks. There is a third. I'm actually going to keep it. It's an untapped third that lets us get Reluctant Role Model and Survivor on the board next turn. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Well, we'll see if we survive too. Oh, Scamp, that's relatively slow. We might survive. Oh no, Scamp, why? That's no longer relatively slow. Actually, I think they pop the Scamp to pop the Warden if they don't have lethal. If they have lethal, it is what it is, right? They have lethal, guys. Well, good game, opponent. We only got 2 turns, and that's gonna happen from time to time, unfortunately. Oh, what are they doing? Oh, okay. They had the option to proliferate onto Heartfire Hero. They just skipped it since we were dying anyways, but what? Huh? What? What just happened? I can't, what? We just lost and ranked up? Oh, the season's resetting mid-video. What the crap? Okay. Well, what's our rewards and rank? That's funny, dude. Now we're gold tier 1. I was so confused. All right, let's keep let's keep the ball rolling. That was funny. we'll roll them into some victories. I'll tell you what, had we gone first in that game, I think we could have outpaced them. Totally do. Oh, they had a pretty good hand, though. The Felonious Rage really comes in handy when you're rocking that scamp. All right. Go first. Much better. Nice. Yeah, much better 7 cards than the last one. Although the mulligan in the last one, we actually, like, that was a really good mulligan. The 6 cards that we did keep was really good. I know one thing, going first here is probably essential. Going first, like every game, is going to be pretty essential for something like this. Swamp. Ew. Well, I can only imagine a cut down is incoming, so running a Vanguard into the cut down doesn't seem great. Of course, attempting the boost for extra damage. Yeah, no, we just swing. Okay, nothing stuck. I'm going to play the other Survivor. Playing around spot removal. No cut down from the opponent. Still playing around spot removal is probably important. Virtue of Persistence, so sorcery speed, that's good. We actually have a turn to set up the Vanguard if we want. Could also just go Imodane's Recruiter for a decent swing. If we see untap source off the top and get to keep Recruiter around, we'll have Jolly Balloon Man to copy it. Seems pretty good too. Could just play Jolly Balloon Man and swing. Set up for next turn. That way, Jolly Balloon Man has a huge target on his back, gets more spot removal out of the opponent's hand, and maybe Vanguard gets to stick around. I think that makes sense. Actually like that. Preacher of the Schism. Crap. Tapped land, okay. So... okay. Well, first of all, we play the land. Vanguard, I guess. That gives that a boost. Copy Vanguard. Gives it another boost. And we have swing here. That's a great trade. And then swing in the air. That's good, man. That's really good. Down to 11. They don't accept the trade on the ground. Nothing to exile, unfortunately. Vanguard is definitely the card to pick up. Little do they know, we have Recruiter to copy with the Jolly Balloon Man next turn. I think this Lightning Helix is really going to come in handy here too. It's definitely, you get out of my hand, opponent! Why? Yeah, there goes the Recruiter for sure. Oh no, my Lightning Helix. Well, honestly, I wasn't expecting, you know what, I'm going to decline that. Ha! Okay. They get a 1-1. Get 2 through. Oh, no. So, first of all, their 1-1 blocks the Survivor, like, way too well now. A Survivor, not actually a Survivor for the turn. We could still swing in the air with the Vanguard. I guess that's something. Actually, we do have, like, a swing with the Vanguard on the ground, because a double block would actually be really good, right? Right? Wait, no, it wouldn't. Wait. It would be, because we would get Recruitment Officer back. Double block, very unlikely if we swing with Survivor. It's just such a good trade for the opponent, it's not even funny. Maybe it is a double block into the Vanguard. Alright, I'll try it. I think we might be in trouble, guys. I think just attempting this makes the most sense. So we do actually get some excess damage through here. And of course, they do accept the block with the Preacher of the Schism, but what that did was it took the double block away from the Vanguard, actually getting the extra 3 through. So I guess it was fine. Let's see, more blockers. I feel like this is a Shieldred turn or something, you know? 5 mana open. Hopefully it's not an Acklazote's turn. We're just goners if it's Acklazotes. It's a Rankle's Prank. Opponent, how mean could you be? More mana. Okay, well, you guys know what it is then. It's definitely adventure side of Imodane's Recruiter. It comes in handy more than you would think. Of course, it's noteworthy that these are just knights. They're not humans. So if we do see like Vanguard, it doesn't boost the knights. It's like they're going to power up Bandit's Talent, which is probably good news for us. A double block into Preacher could be okay, but I don't think so, especially when the opponent's at 8. It's a problem, but it's more mana, guys. Crap, we're flooding. That's not good. All right, they have the chump for survival. They go back up to 9 here, too. The vigilance is huge because we still have the option then. We play this because they're just going to have us discard anyways. Or, yeah. That player has 1 or fewer cards. We still only would have had 1 in hand, so. Liliana.
Enough.
Crap. Sacrifice the Recruiter?
Off you go.
We see a Jolly Balloon Man off the top. Recruiter's the copy. All right. Like I said, I think we're in trouble either way. I say we just go for all the riskiness. Take the 2. Down to 7. Down to 5. It's a survivor. Now we have to full swing at the Liliana. No, we don't. We still full swing at their face. They go back up to 4, then down to 2. And they go plus on the Liliana, which actually just doesn't affect us. Man, the discard on the Lightning Helix was so brutal. Actually, everything the opponent has done was super brutal, right? I think I stick by it, too. I don't think it was the double block on the Preacher. Cut down. Oh, that means they're still in this. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, I think they won. I think they won, guys, because they still get a chump blocker. So now, even if we see like Imodane's Recruiter off the top, it's still not going to be enough. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's 8 mana to do both sides of that. All right. Down to 3, then down to 1 with the Bandit's Talent. They go plus on the Liliana. The last card in their hand was a Swamp. And it's our Plains. No. Good game, opponent. Man, we got picked apart there, I feel. Oh, we got a little unlucky. Good game. They can literally just pass it back. They don't even need to swing. And that's what they opted to do as well. That was a lot of mana. 8 mana. Blood? Yes, I think so. Actually, I don't know how much mana is in here right now, though, so. All right, let's keep the ball rolling. We got to roll it into some victories, though. I have high hopes for the build. I think it's actually going to be terrific. But we'll see. If we keep getting picked apart like that, then I don't know. I have not. Sometimes I sit down with the build, and it's like the complete opposite of what I'm expecting. Oh, dude, look at this. Yeah. Woo. Woo. If there's a game to win, it's this game, bro. Holy cow. Let's actually start with the Survivor, just in case they play like 1 mana, sorcery speed, duress or something, right? It's actually just going to be archive. Yeah, getting the ball rolling with the Survivor. Oh, actually, there we go. They milled something. That's perfect for us. They surveilled it away. That's literally what we needed to happen. Human. Maximum damage or Resolute Reinforcements damage? Maximum damage for the turn. Tidebinder. I think that's okay. Reinforcements would be the play if we had a guaranteed 3rd. Since we don't, we just don't worry about it. This is a great counterspell for them. Temporary lockdown would be devastating on turn 3 if we go for like double officers. I think we attempt Vanguard because if they counter it, it's in the grave. We pick it up with Survivor. And we still swing for 5 for the turn. Oh my goodness. Well, they might have the ward. Nope, they do not. I was going to say Elspeth Smite ward 1 on the Vanguard. Worth the swing, dude. Temporary lockdown would save the opponent's butt right now. Got 10 on the board. They need something. Tapped land. Holy cow, they pass it back, guys. This is probably... Yeah, GG. GG opponent. Well, that's not exactly how I like to win. You know what I mean? Like I said, if there was any game to win, it was going to be this one because we had a beautiful hand. But unfortunately, the opponent didn't get to see too much. Actually, they literally didn't play a card. Well, I'll take the victory though, man. They're so hard to come by. Maybe they'll be easy to come by now. Maybe we'll just absolutely obliterate for the rest of the video. You never know. Hey guys, while I have you here in the middle of the video, by the way, make sure you check out that description where we got that Discord link, as well as that Patreon link too, if you're interested in supporting the channel that way. And then also, if you like the video, make sure you actually drop it a like. And if you enjoy the channel, then consider subscribing as well, because it really does help out the channel. Thank you guys. Opponent goes first. Opponent goes first. Well, good hand. I like it. Yeah, I have nightmares where it just reads opponent goes first. Wake up. Wake up in the middle of the night. No, not anything but that. Oh my goodness. That's funny. All right, opponent, what you bringing to the table with that green, huh? You think it's Golgari, guys? Fountain Port. Innkeeper's Talent. Oh, it's Golgari. I bet. It could be mono green counters. Ooh, our 1-drop is a turn late, but that's okay. Establish the Reluctant Role Model. See if we can start getting some counters on this. There it is, Restless Cottage. It is Golgari. Set up the other Innkeeper's Talent. We gotta go, dude. We gotta go fast. Like, way faster than what we're doing right now. Reinforcements for their turn. Double Helix is pretty good. I like that. I like seeing that for sure. I think we're gonna go for max swing. And establish the Recruitment Officer for the turn, too. Gonna go flying could be good, but I think we just go chunky for the turn. Yeah, flying over their Glissa and stuff, but the thing is we have Lightning Helix in hand, so. Hello, Glissa, the Sunslayer. Oh, Lightning Helix doesn't hit it because they get a whole bunch of counters, bro. Crap. Oh, hey, we can double that. We could double it. Maybe. That seems pretty bad, doesn't it? Actually, it doesn't. It doesn't seem bad. 2 for 1 in Glissa at a 5/5. Go up to 26. Crap. I should have went flying on the Reluctant so we still had something to do for the turn, because hitting the opponent's face for 6 would have been much, much better. Okay. I hope we just find our get lost at this point. First of all, though, we're going flying on the role model this turn. So now we're in the sky, at least. I'll tell you what, though. We should have just been in the sky already and then been able to keep these Lightning Helixes for the opponent's face when it came time. I just, for some reason, wasn't computing that the talent was going to get the Glissa above that 3. Okay, we'll put that on the Scoundrel. Actually, Scoundrel already has a little bit of a target on its back, right? It's just a green open. I guess I'll put it on the Officer. I guess that's fine. Yeah, kind of spreading it wide here. They do upgrade one of the talents. Resolute Reinforcements. We'll keep the Officer's ability open with both reinforcements. That sounds really good. Bring the opponent down to 4. End our turn. Reluctant Role Model's ability's like freaking sick, dude. Plopping it onto another human. Yeah, we're probably just going wide for the turn. Dread Knight, okay. So you got this 3 in the air, so anticipating some spot removal, I would assume. They go plus on a class. Ward counters. They only have a Fountain Port open. I think that's it, huh? Resolute Reinforcements and Resolute Reinforcements. Swing wide. Yeah, no lifelink or anything over there. Wow, I'd say that's it, huh? Vanguard off the top. GG, opponent. GG, buddy. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, no more losses the rest of the evening, huh? I'm feeling good. No, we'll see. But overall, I think it's performing well. What do you guys think? Definitely let me know in the comments. This style of deck list, it will forever and always be one of my absolute favorite styles. And like humans too. Humans are always just so cool to visit. All right, opponent, what you bring into the table, buddy? If they also drop green, I will also guess Golgari. Great hand. Dude, I want to see this Goddric do something so bad. We go first. And you guys notice how, like, mono red isn't literally every other game? Alright, Survivor. Yeah, when Duskmourn first came out, it was literally every other game or more. So Duress. All right, we'll be able to pick that up with the Survivor. They get rid of the Get Lost. Must have something valuable. Oh, Get Lost was the only target, first of all. Yeah, everything else is creatures. It's crazy that Duress barely ever misses. And like, if it's going to miss any deck list, it's going to miss this one. We have so many creatures packed in. Undercity Sewers. They keep on top. Duress, they miss. Look at that. Yeah, if it's going to miss in any deck, it's this one. Jolly Balloon Man is the play over Goddric. I hope they don't have us discard, but I want to set this up if we see a fourth. I think we'll go Jolly Balloon Man. Although, seeing the second Jolly Balloon Man, maybe it was Goddric for the turn? I don't really know. I really don't. Alright, that's got to be spot removal, right? If it is spot removal, we'd much rather just not lose our Goddric and try Goddric getting through later on. Maybe we can copy. For the turn, get Warden down. It doesn't really matter, does it? Because it's just going to be a 1/1. I guess we'll go for the Goddric. I don't know. That's tough. I want Goddric on the board, and then a real easy way to get the celebration by copying our smaller things with the Balloon Man. Oh, Phantom Interference. Well, we still have a pretty good swing here, don't we? And I'll go for it too. Especially since our Survivor now has Hexproof, which is awesome, dude. Look at that. 5/4 Hexproof. That's freaking cool. Warden not doing too much in these games, huh? We definitely want to think about that. Well, 3 mana open for the opponent. I'll copy with the Jolly Balloon Man this time round. I don't know why. We'll just do it for fun, I guess. Could actually play the other Warden, tap those 3, swing for 5. That could be decent. I think I'm just going to play around a board wipe, though. We're not going to play anything. They're down to 3. This is a great game where... What am I exiling? I can submit 0 now, right? I'll submit 0 just in case we need to power up another Survivor in the future of this game. Anyways, this is a game where Restless Bivouac would be really good. Really, really good. Or Lightning Helix off the top as well. Okay, right into the deadly cover-up. We're in danger, but we're okay. We're totally fine. We're going to get our hasty Jolly Balloon Man down. Swing for 1. Then play the Warden. Another deadly cover-up would be really bad, but we definitely need to go wide here. Opponent fell asleep. Oh no. Oh dear. Opponent. That's the worst thing you can do while playing a game. Doomsday Excavator. Holy cow, dude. Holy cow. Each player exiles all but the bottom 6 cards of their library face down. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card. Okay, well, we push through. Oh no, these don't have haste. Crap, dude. That has haste. We're only getting 1 through here, guys. No, wait. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're only getting 1 through. Warden of the Inner Sky. Don't even want to see that, do we? We really don't. So they block here, take the 1 from the reinforcement. I guess? We swing, we lose the Warden. I think we could just die next turn to a Jace is the problem. Jace comes down, mills us out for the rest. Deadly cover-up right on time was brutal, but there's a reason we got the 3 Restless Bivouacs in here. It is one of those style of deck lists where the Bivouac just always comes in handy. Something to note, though, Bivouac, we actually don't have enough mana on the board. Also, they don't know what this is, so I guess they're taking time to think about that, about the block. Yeah, we have 1 card in hand they don't know, but it was definitely the block, so that way they don't end up dying there. We're wide enough with the Jolly Balloon Man reinforcements here, but we'll see. I got 4 cards. I think we just die to a Jace. It is a Jace. All right. Hey, good game, opponent. Crap, dude. That was really close. That was really, really close. Actually, wow. I mean, that's actually just incredible, isn't it? I wonder how many Doomsday what did I call this? Excruciator. Did I call this Doomsday Excavator? Doomsday Excruciator. I wonder how many of those they have in there. Well, that could have gone either way. Actually, dude, these games are something. I'm just like confused. Every single deck list I've been playing for the past couple weeks, I'm just extra confused by whether or not it's good or bad or what's going on. Just have no idea sometimes. Let me know if that's been the same case for you. I think maybe that's a good sign. Like maybe that's a sign of a relatively healthy standard? Question mark? Because we play a lot of jank on the channel, and sometimes I'm just like, what? Why was this so good? You know what I mean? This seems good. Yep. Yep. I like it. Opponent goes first here. Heartfire Hero. You know what, guys? You know what? I'm convinced Heartfire Hero was actually the ban. That should have been the ban, right? No. No, the problem with getting rid of Heartfire Hero is it also gets rid of, like, a lot of cool things. Like, actually... Well, first of all, yeah, like, the Boros Auras, which actually, while it is super brutal, we accept that trade, right? Okay. I think we accept that trade while we can. Anyways, while Boros Auras is super brutal, I feel like it hasn't beat me more than I beat it. So it's probably like pretty close to a 50% win rate against these Boros Auras. I feel like banning something like Heartfire Hero would just be devastating to cool deck lists like this one. Establishing Reluctant Role Model could be really good. Lightning Helix onto the hero, of course, would be really good too. But getting Reluctant Role Model down, we can actually go for like Lifelink counter. There's another challenger. Well, this time we let it all go through. But they might be considering some armor first. Nope, no blocks. All right, we just take 3. That's good news. Because we can get that back with the Lightning Helix when it comes time. Cavern of Souls. All right. If we don't die next turn, I think we go Goddric. We can call human on the Cavern, first of all. Goddric. I mean, again, Lightning Helix is always the safe bet. But I'm going to go Lifelink onto the Reluctant Role Model. Oh, Lightning Helix might not be the safe bet this turn, too, because of Shard Mage's Rescue. We'll see what happens. Lifelink. I hope we don't die this turn, guys. I don't think so. Again, the Boros auras being a little bit more fair than what we've seen with the mono red fling. Nice. So we're down to 10. Lifelink on the Reluctant role model. So good, guys. And the double Knight-Errant of Eos is terrible, isn't it? Shard Mage's Rescue has to be open. I'm contemplating just Lightning Helix to the opponent's face at that point too then. We want to swing with the role model back up to 12. Maybe we keep Goddric to play the Knight-Errant, which is a little bit silly. We'll start with the swing on the role model. See what they do. By doing this, we'll have a good blocker on the ground. We're back up to 12, so we're not dead yet. +1 counter. It is a good blocker on the ground. They could easily give trample to Heartfire Hero. We got to be careful with the block on Hero. I've accidentally, because of like trample getting through and accidentally killing the hero too, that can be really, really bad. We do find a veteran survivor with 12 1-drops packed in. It was probably a pretty good chance of finding a 1-drop there. All right, full swing. Do they have 7 in hand? Probably not. I'll try the Challenger, though. Monstrous Rage. So if we would have blocked the hero, we would have died this turn. Wow, they find a Sheltered by Ghosts. Crap, dude. Shard Mage's Rescue. Hey, that's out of their hand. That's huge news. Going down to 3 here. Yeah, the block on the hero would have just done us in. Sheltered by Ghosts. Grab the Reluctant role model because they don't want the lifelink happening. And Lightning Helix actually doesn't pick up either of these. Huh. I think we're dead, guys. We do have a chump on the hero. This has trample. If they miss off the top, I'll get the veteran down. We have a chump here. We're at 3. If they miss off the top, we have a good chance, right? We could go Knight-Errant for the turn and still have 2 open. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, only 1 open. I don't know what I'm thinking there. So we have to just keep Lightning Helix open. And that's it. We have to keep both blockers. Chump and then block hero and then Lightning Helix and try a bit of a combat trick there, right? Unfortunately, they gain a whole bunch of life off the Heartfire hero, though. I think we're just dead. Maybe it would have been better. Okay, they might have missed. They might have missed here. Either way, both of our creatures are dying, so we'll go here and Goddric into Emberheart Challenger. I'd say this game, we saw some of the creatures in a pretty weird order. Actually, both Knight-Errant of Eos for this match in particular was kind of bad, wasn't it? Torch the tower, guys. Wait a minute. That works out. On top of the prowess, we get to take out the Challenger. It ended up working out. We still lose the Goddric, though. They're actually gaining less life here, too. But I don't know how we get around this Heartfire hero being at 6, right? Goddric. Goddric was actually pretty bad this game, too, right? Knight-Errant and Goddric both kind of struggling against the Heartfire hero, but I think the Goddric is the chump because there's a chance we see a 1-drop or a 2-drop with the Knight-Errant. And then maybe we can draw into more. Every turn they're gaining 6. This is this is so much the opponents, it's not even funny, but we're going to play it out completely just to see more off the top. It is a 1-drop too, wow. Which we can tap down to try to find another 1-drop. And then we could potentially play that other 1-drop. And here we go. Now we got a double block into hero, but guess what? Hero dies and we die. So we're still forced to just chump as the opponent continues to gain life here. Holding on for dear life, man. Oh my goodness. Wow, Charming Scoundrel. All right, let's draw a card. Discard a card, then draw a card. We have nothing to discard, so it's mana. No. You know, it could have been pretty cool. Resolute Reinforcements. All right, we still have chumps. Dude, I'm gonna stick this out. Actually, I'll start swinging. Opponent's at 27, guys. We're almost there. We're almost there. We got this. All right, we'll jump with Charming Scoundrel. If we could find some more life gain, then there is a possibility of double blocking this Heartfire hero. It's a land. No. I will continue to chump. Ooh. We have a block into Scavenger. We'll see what they have here then. Oh, there's a Monstrous Rage. Hey, good game, opponent. At long last, they have found the way through. Ooh, buddy, 41 minutes in. I'm going to push it. One more. One more, guys. I really do believe we can end on a high note. The deck list so far, it's been a little bit back and forth, right? I don't know. I'm just like, it's like I said, it's like I keep joking about. I'm just confused. I don't know. I keep putting these deck lists together. That's the only part that I'm not confused about. Just like building the decks. And then after the fact, I'm just like, what is this? All right, one more. Come on now. I believe in us. I believe in the deck list. Actually, if we lose here too, I don't think I care. I don't really mind. I think the deck list performed relatively okay. Even though at that point too, it's definitely majority losses. 3-Tree City. Oh, that's not a red source though. Keep it. This is still a keepable hand. Red source or no, right? Unless we draw only red cards for the next like 3 turns, then we're in trouble. But no, I think this is totally fine, especially with the Scry and the Warden too. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Heartfire hero. Might have spoke too soon about the Heartfire hero, huh? All right, let's go ahead and I'm actually really tempted by the Reluctant Role Model now, but I think we still need to get the Scry for the turn. Since it's at sorcery, we got to do it now. Cavern of Souls. That's a lot of mana, isn't it? Eventually, if we have enough humans on the board, then the 3-Tree City's kind of sort of mana fixing. I'm going to send the Cavern. We got to find one of our Lightning Helix or something too. No way. That's not how I want to end the evening. Oh no. I wonder what that was about. That was weird, right? What about this board state could possibly scare mono red with a Heartfire hero on the board? All right, I'll count it though. I'll count it. I mean, still showcased actually a terrific hand, or what could be a terrific hand, and I think it was worth keeping even without the red source, especially since, yeah, after you start establishing the humans, you do get to choose a color for the bottom ability on the 3-Tree City. I don't know if the 3-Tree City is actually worth the 1-of though. Let's talk about it in the final thoughts. Let's do that. Oh, end of video pack? End of video 6 packs. Okay, that's right. The ranks reset. Let's do it. Oh, buddy. What do we got? Rip Spawn Hunter. I think that's my second one. Oh, that's what you like to see. Rare wild cards. My 4th Mind Skinner. Jolly Balloon Man. That might be my 4th Jolly Balloon Man. Another Rip Spawn Hunter. And Dissection Tools. Cool. Okay. All right. Let's go over this deck list again. This is silly. That is my 4th Jolly Balloon Man. Boros Humans. I think humans still have a little bit of something. Is this the way to put it together? I have no idea. It feels like every deck list too has like 3 different ways you could potentially put it together, and each one would perform a little differently, and then who knows which one is actually the best way to put it together as well. Some stuff that I actually do really like in here, of course, is the survivors. It's really cool. I think veteran survivor is much better than it appears as well. There's so many games where opponents literally can't prioritize your 1-drops because you're playing too much value everywhere else. So survivor just kind of sticks around for a couple extra turns where the opponent really just doesn't want it to stick around. You're picking cards up out of their grave that whole time. If you're up against control and stuff, just taking their removal that they've been dropping on your other cards. Reluctant Role Model has a huge target on its back because every turn it also grows pretty significantly, and you don't actually have to attack in with these to grow. You can tap them with Warden or your Convoke like Knight-Errant of Eos. It's really neat, man. Goddric underperformed today, but I'm still going to keep it as a 2 of. Similar concept with Jolly Balloon Man, which actually didn't underperform. I actually really liked this in here. But I'm not going up any, that's for sure. And I don't think, I mean, I could see it as a 1 of, maybe a 3rd Recruiter, because I think Recruiter's potentially a little better for what this deck list is trying to do, especially when we have all 4 Resolute Reinforcements too. That's something to consider. Talking about like crafting and stuff, do we put this one on the do not craft list? I think this one's definitely a craft a little bit less list. If you have a lot of the cards already, maybe do some swapping out for the rare cards that you don't have, right? So if you don't have Goddric, for example, it's not necessary. Go up a couple other humans that you actually do have, or a couple like Recruitment Officer, Imodane's Recruiter. A lot of recruits in here, right? Recruitment Officer, Resolute Reinforcements. Wait, that's not Recruit. You know what? Resolute Recruitment Reinforcements. There we go. We found a really short nickname for reinforcements. Anyways, yeah. That Imodane's Recruiter, this is only uncommon, so that's what I mean by craft a little bit less. If you don't have some of these rares, Scoundrel, go up another human. There's probably a ton of budget humans, right? Let's actually take a look real quick. Common, uncommon, and human. What's really nice about humans too is like Coppercoat Vanguard is also just an uncommon, and it's just so beautiful in humans, obviously, right? So here's a great budget human that works really well with Warden of the Inner Sky, of course, Novice Inspector. Get that extra clue every turn too, so you can tap the clue for the Warden. We know that. That's like generic Boros go wide that we've been seeing for a while, but hey, this is only common, so yeah, put this on the craft a little bit less list. If you don't have all these cards, just trade out the rares that you don't have for some budget options. Yeah, Novice Inspector, more Imodane's Recruiter, those are really great options, aren't they? As far as red humans go, Embereth Veteran's a neat one. You guys can see here for the deck sleeve, I opted for Savannah Lions because of our 1-drops, right? So yeah, I mean, Embereth Veteran isn't bad. It's a 2-1. What about this Swift Survivalist here? Can't block. That's probably pretty bad right now when we need to block all the time, don't we? But whenever a creature you control becomes blocked, you may exile it. You may play it. That card from exile this turn. Probably not the Survivalist. When we're putting counters onto cards like Role Model and Warden, you're not going to want to exile your own cards too much. Are there any other budget red human? I mean, Swift Spear, but Swift Spear is not, it's not right for this list, I would say. Yeah, not really. What about Boros in general? What about just like Boros colors? Oh, Ash Party Crasher. There you go. Some more celebration cards. Oh, Bard Bared Beard. That's a budget option too. Okay. Dude, I should have put more in the honorable mentions, apparently. All right, neat. Yeah. So anyways, put it on the craft a little bit less list. Knight-Errant of Eos on the top end felt a little awkward today. I don't think it's usually going to feel awkward. I think this is going to feel just right at home as a 2 of on the top end. A couple Lightning Helix. You're going to be very happy to see it. Just like today where I was like, geez, bro, it was like every game or every other game where I was like, yeah, you know what? Lightning Helix off the top, that could be pretty good. So maybe we want even more of these. Be careful if you do. 3 Tree City and 3 Cavern of Souls. None of that can cast the Lightning Helix. So be cautious about that. Except for the bottom ability on 3 Tree City. Even then, you're only getting 1 color from the 3 Tree City, which still could be pretty iffy to cast the Lightning Helix, right? Add an amount of mana of that color equal to the number of creatures you control of the chosen type. So it doesn't say like you can only cast creatures with that or anything. So technically you could use one of the manas if you're mana fixing for the 3-tree. That just sounds really bad. So yeah, anyways, I would just count the 3-tree city as a card that can't cast the Lightning Helix. So if you go up any of these, keep an eye on the mana base for sure. Restless Bivouac is going to be pretty good. I'm keeping this. It's just, when you're paying the 3 to power this up. Oh, we did have enough mana. I don't know what I was thinking in that game. It's only 3 mana to power up Bivouac, and then you can swing with it. Well, maybe I was... Wait. That game, I had 4 mana, right? Earlier, where I was like, oh, I couldn't have powered up the Restless Bivouac anyways. We totally could have. Or maybe I'm thinking wrong, and we played like a tap land for our 4th turn or something. I can't quite remember right now, but yeah. Anyways, Bivouac is much cheaper than the other Restless land. Keeping these. Keeping all 3 of them. The board wipes really hit their mark. This is still the type of deck list where you push through so much for the first 3 to 4 turns. You just need that little extra bit of a boost to push past the Sunfall, the deadly cover-ups, all that. And regardless, temporary lockdown is going to be brutal to this deck list. There's a reason we still have a 1 of Get Lost in here. We might even want more of these as well. Again, if you go up any of your instants and sorceries, keep an eye on the Cavern in the 3-tree city. It shouldn't hold you up too often, but it definitely will sometimes if you have too many of these cards that you can't. Like, there's going to be moments or games where you actually see just 2 Cavern of Souls with a keepable hand, and you have a Get Lost in that hand too, and you're like, well, I like all the creatures, and there should be a good chance of finding mana to actually play the Get Lost, but then you get punished and you see a 3-tree city off the top instead. So it's going to happen sometimes. Just keep an eye on that if you end up going up any of those. Outside of that, guys, I'm not going to change anything. I'll probably have to put it up on Aether Hub as jank, just because it did, I guess, perform a little bit poorly, but also maybe I'm being too hard on the deck list too. Like I said, I'm just always confused anymore when I'm playing. So, all right, guys, enough rambling, huh? If you made it this far into the video, for real, y'all are champions. I super duper appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.